Ah, yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Stealth.
Oh, that was right. Let's start. Hi all. This is episode 6 of Pointless Chat with good old Aiden,
Whoa.
good old Alex, good old
Kill me.
Ethan. Alex the camouflage man.
Where's Alex? Did he join? I can't see him. He's
The only
perfectly
thing
camouflaged in
talked
his
about not
surroundings.
seeing himself.
So I saw someone recreate the Harry Potter cloak.
Yeah, right now. You're seeing it right now. Oh, no, I meant you're not seeing it right now. You heard about it right now. I've got a bug on my screen. Why do you say... Can you guys just see glasses floating in midair?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sort of racer glasses as well. Those are like glued to your face, by the way.
Well,
I
yeah,
see
I
your
need
floating
it.
hands as well. What the
It's
hell?
actually a 16 times scope in my glasses. I'm aiming at you right now. You wouldn't know. I mentioned that they can see through walls.
Damn.
Not very good if you're trying to find your target, though. It's...
I think I found my target.
It's gone.
Yeah. He's disguised as a baby.
What can I say? That's how good my camouflage is. Wait, what's the topic today, host?
Alright, so that's a good question.
Was it drinking stream today?
It's yeah, we're just gonna continue the drinking from the last episode. We're still drunk. Right. First and foremost, which I believe is going to be a very short topic, but sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
Okay, be right back then.
I'm just gonna take a short period break.
They started up footballs this month, so I think might as well carry on with sports. And of course the Olympics. I know that they keep delaying that, and I feel like they're not going to do the Olympics until next year now. So what's everyone's
Give
favorite
a fuck
sport?
about? Does anyone care about the Olympics?
The Japanese do, because they're the ones hosting it.
Okay, let me rephrase. Does anyone in the UK care about Olympics?
Probably not, to be fair.
I
I
think
think
what
we
it
only
stood
cared
for,
about
wasn't
it
it?
in 2012 because
What?
we host it.
Well, the Olympics stood for. Does anyone care in the UK about the
No,
Olympics?
'cause it was about like all the countries coming together and then having a mutual interest or fighting against each other
I thought
in
that's
like a
what
peaceful
World War
way.
was.
That's what this was meant to prevent. That's why it's probably why they wanted to have it so much.
It used to be a big thing, the Olympics, and then a year later you would have what, like the Paralympics. Everyone was all like, "Yeah," but no one actually watched it. They were just kind of like cheering on that people were doing it.
It's like the Eurovision that happened recently.
Oh,
Obviously,
that's just
UK scored
shit.
the absolute lowest, which is understandable. But damn, I didn't even watch it. I don't think anyone really does watch it.
No. Well, one of the person that I know that watched it tried to explain it to me, and essentially, I still don't understand it. But essentially, everyone hates us. So what's the point?
Don't blame
we
them.
got we got the lowest score solely just because we are the least favourite country in Europe at the moment. And given the fact we had Brexit about 6 months ago, I agree with you. I don't really blame them.
Like, I mean, just imagine someone representing the United Kingdom stands up on the stage, puts the mic up, and goes, "So what are you gonna sing today?" And you're like, "Well, watch this." They go, "Oh yeah, like a Bista." Start doing the old grime and stuff. Playing proper music.
I would welcome the good old fashioned grime, wherever it was, Blackpool Grime Media called.
Maybe that's why we lost. Maybe they had a bottle of Slick Bang, and then bang, the grime is gone. And that's why we.
Maybe
That's why we
that
lost.
is. For all we know, that is actually the highlight of everyone's life, and now Britain's just going to go downhill from here.
Because it wasn't already. It's going down faster now.
I really don't know if it's just my computer or not, but Deacon, is Alex really like freaking out on your screen? He is on mine.
I mean,
Like,
his chair's disappearing was about it.
oh no, on mine, his face is actually just keeps glitching as if like you're actually just
Oh yeah, because
like
it's the
you
only
can't,
thing you can see.
yeah, you can't quite process if you're on the background or not. That's what I think is going on.
You know what? I just thought of a great idea, Aiden. Thank you for that.
But put a forest back.
Yeah. Forest background. Here we come.
Put like a desert back.
Deacon, what is your background?
I don't know.
Is that a default background or
It's one of the defaults,
the
yeah.
game?
Yeah, what even is that? It looks like fucking like Rick's Workshop if it was done in like a cartoon. That
Yeah,
is not Adult Swim cartoon.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they didn't get the proper funding, yeah.
Yeah, is this one better?
Oh, the guy who's married his
Shout
sex
out to
doll.
the old days. 4 months ago, or however long it was.
Only real OG watchers will know what this is.
Yeah, exactly. So the 3 people in this call.
Oh, with that attitude.
That's right. Now that I'm done with uni, congrats to me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was your last day and your exams and stuff? Did you get anything groovy?
Uh,
Did you
I
get what
don't.
you want?
I don't know what that means.
Well, groovy.
Yeah, well, yeah. Under that context, did I get anything groovy? As of like,
Yeah,
or
as
good
in,
answers, or
did you get anything? Did you get what you want, basically?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's groovy then.
yeah, yeah. I got everything groovy.
Right.
Who knew you were so down with the kids, Alex?
It's camouflage and the
not
greatest. I need a.
sport.
Uh,
Anyone got a favourite sports? Or do you not? Do any of you actually watch any sports?
now, depends what your class is sport.
Esports. That's what it's probably what.
Shit. No, I want to talk about esports.
God. I mean, esports should count in the Olympics, shouldn't it?
No, it really shouldn't.
I would
That's
love
why.
to.
That's why it has its own
I
thing
would love
for
to
like
watch
majors
that.
and stuff.
Olympics in Tokyo, just people sitting there playing Fortnite. I love that.
Using camouflage.
What is even that? It's not just leaves.
I'm in Paris.
Oh, I mean,
I could be in your
sausage
garden
party,
for all you know. I could be right behind you. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're in the foliage in Paris. Yeah.
Nah, I'm in your garden. See your window from here. I'm actually doing a slow crawl over to your back door.
So, like that
But no,
Commander.
I don't watch any
By the time
sports
you see them,
or esports.
what sports? I don't know.
I don't watch anything. I just think they're really boring and tedious.
You don't watch
No.
anything sporty.
I don't even watch any movies.
Yeah, but sports ain't movies. They're closer to TV, really, aren't they?
I
You
don't watch
like
TV
drama.
either.
You don't watch TV, no.
No.
We had this conversation last month. You know, I come up with a theory with that actually. By any chance, are you not religious?
I'm fucking Bible basher to the extreme. I love my Jesus. I love my Mary. I love my Joseph. They're like close family members of mine.
Yeah, Bible Basher's song is just the best.
Like my father who lies in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
By Kingdom Come.
I came across a fact that people who tend to not believe in the afterlife are a lot more paranoid about how they spend their time. So you know, the more you know.
So I guess you guys are religious then, because you guys are watching movies to the extreme.
Mate, I believe in reincarnation, but I much try to watch my films. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if I get reincarnated, I hope it's something useful, like a toaster or something.
You won't even be a bug.
Fuck being a bug, I get eaten or squashed instantly.
Your level of usefulness.
I would love to be a spider. I get the
Why
free
do you
back
want to be a spider?
because I'll literally be my own worst nightmare, but I'll freak everyone out because no one likes a spider. It has to be a big spider though, like one of those giant house spiders that you find in autumn or something. Scare everyone, run around.
Yeah. If you're a spider, I'll give you a little taster. This is what your POV would look like. I have a shoe like this ready to copy you. That is what your life will be. You literally get hatched, will go like, oh yes, I'm a spider now, and start spidering along, going to some guy's house. He goes, oh yeah, this looks familiar, and then they're about to hit you with a shoe. You're like, no, 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 please wait. I used to be human like you too, and that's it. Now you get reincarnated into another spider, I guess.
Mate, but the jump scare is still good enough. I would die though, knowing that if I, for example, if I was a spider and reincarnated and it was your house, you by the time you notice I'm there, you'd be like, oh my god, and then you would kill me.
If it was my house, I'd let spiders out.
I don't know. They say you do lost it now. The
Like,
better
get a
you do in
spider,
life, the more the better you'll be in the afterlife. So if you do really bad life, you become a
Yeah.
spider.
Okay, grain of sand.
So
But-
what's the best creature then? If you've
Human.
been
The
absolutely
The best
safe-
is human right now. We can't ever go back to human. We have to be like some saint.
Well-
so what's the best then? You literally just want the
No,
best.
yeah,
human.
you said the best.
can't be
If you
human,
live
so
a
there's
It's
sin-
human. If you can come back as a human, then you've done your best. You've done your
In
best life. Yeah, you've done like a saint's
Like,
life.
you know,
Something.
no
That
sins.
sucks, really.
No, what do you mean that sucks? Doesn't matter for you. You want to be a spider anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be human. If I was going for my best, I want to be.
Yeah,
an
but
actual
it's saying
creature.
that if you have a sin-free life, but obviously you're drinking right now, so I think you're fine.
Yes.
You're gonna be a spider. So what would be
What would you-
like? What would be not evil but not good? Like you're just in the middle. What's the neutral bit? What would that animal be, if anything?
Not,
I would seem
Not
like
sure.
a dog or something.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a pet. Yeah.
yeah, I suppose that would be like a tamed dog.
Yeah.
So you just like chill or something.
Or housebound cat sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh, so then what's the outdoor cat then? Is that like fucking evil, or is that like
No, no,
more good?
That's like you're not the best.
No,
but
you said
donate-
you said a
donate to
housebound cat
charity.
is neutral. So what's an
Yeah.
outdoor cat?
Exactly. Outdoor cat is like you're not the best. You still donate to charity and stuff like that. You still do better than most, but you're not a saint. You perhaps hit a kid with a car, but you still donate to.
You might hit a kid
Red
with a
Nose
cat,
Day.
but you stop to check if they're alright.
Yeah, exactly. That's outdoor cat sort of thing. Well, what would you
Oh,
want to be then? If you can
wait, there's
aim
actually something worse than a spider.
Cockroach?
It's
Surely a fly is worse than a spider. You get eaten by a spider as your fly.
a tapeworm in someone's digestive system.
How's that? That's better. Is that the worst?
Yeah,
Wait, you think that's okay?
it's
You
wait,
wanna be
it's
at work for someone
better
else's
than a
aim?
male being eaten by a female spider.
I would assume probably being a male praying mantis would be like maybe the worst.
And then the third one's like a chicken who's never seen the sun. So like a farmhouse chicken.
Chicken that's
It's
never
just-
seen the sun. So basically, any chicken that we have bred for captivity,
Well,
bred
if it's-
for
If
food.
it's a chicken in a dark box, they even know they're a chicken.
Let's try and go to the bottom of the list.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. So, what would you want to be, Alex?
Fucking Toys R Us kid.
So you were reincarnated to a kid.
Well, technically that'd be human, and I don't have a fucking sin-free life. But I don't know, animal-wise. I'm trying to think. I think probably a bird or something. That'd be fucking pretty cool.
Most people want to be birds, but the problem with that is you either be a bird that can't fly, which then what's the point, or you're a bird that can fly, and which then you're a target for any gunman.
Or just be a bird that has camouflage. They wouldn't even be able to see me. Plus, I didn't even say what kind of bird.
Flying from the sky.
I'll be a fucking a multi-bird. I could be flying in the water. I'll be basically like a stingray that can fly in the sky. So that would be terrifying, seeing a flying stingray.
Yeah, I mean, you know how big stingrays can be. So that would just be a giant creature in the sky. That'd be a dragon.
Well, I'll be
Dragon
bulletproof as well.
Ethan.
Sorry.
Is dragon one of the things you can reincarnate?
Dragon.
Yeah. Is that like the
Or like a
ultimate?
bearded
If you're
dragon.
Mother Teresa,
Bearded dragon.
you can become a dragon.
I know. I just want it to be an animal that doesn't have a fucking boring life, and birds seem to have it pretty fucking chill.
I don't-
Yeah, but
There's
you have to keep traveling south for some reason.
No, yeah,
Like,
that's only some birds though that migrate.
so you're going to be a boring bird that's going to stay, but you're going to be a pigeon.
Nah, fuck being a pigeon.
but
They
butterfly.
do have free food.
Actually, no. To be fair, if I was a bird, I'll be a seagull. Those things are vicious.
If
they
I was
make
to pick a
hogs.
bird, it would probably be like a bird in the Amazon rainforest or something. Like around that area where you don't have to migrate.
I didn't
Uh,
study zoology, so you have to enlighten me what kind of bird that is. But just one of those colourful birds.
I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be colourful. I don't know what the birds are called. Like, there's some pretty freaky ones out there. There's like one with a really big beak. I wouldn't want to be that one. That's like maybe a bit too big. I don't think they can fly that well either.
What do you think you have to do to become a bird? What level do you think a bird will be?
Maybe you have to be a pilot before you die, and then
I mean, like purity and goodness, not qualifications.
yeah, I know. I'm only joking. I guess it kind of depends on what tier of bird you want to be. Like, say if you're really sinful, then you'll be a caged bird, surely, like a chicken. But Deacon said the worst animal to be would probably be a caged hen.
No, wait, no, third worst, he said.
Yeah,
it's
like
still a
below a
button,
spider.
Spider and then caged bird. So what would a free bird be, Deacon? Do you know?
Someone that's been released from the prison.
It'd have to be. You'd have to be like a predator because you just get swooped down otherwise, wouldn't you? Let's say you're like a bald eagle
Yeah.
or something.
Oh, I wouldn't mind being a falcon.
That's like top gold, I think. Next
I
to
really,
like dog.
really thought Alex was going to say, wouldn't mind being a vulture,
Yeah,
playing up dead animals.
vulture. Nah. Well, yeah, actually, if I was to be a vulture, I'd be hovering over your dead spider buddy.
You know, if you're a vulture, you're basically the snake of the sky.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being a snake either, or being underwater.
See, I think underwater would freak me out a bit too much. There's so
Yeah,
much stuff that.
But because you're an animal, you don't care. You'd be
That's
used to it.
true. That's true. But if I had the knowledge that
Inherently, like
become
used to
that
it.
animal,
But I feel like being any kind of aquatic animal, it would be boring as fuck.
yeah.
Like, apart from going, oh, look, a new sunken ship. What else are you really doing down there in the water?
That's true.
You're just
No,
doing
I
nothing.
agree. Birds could be quite interesting if you if you had the knowledge that you're a human and you have the if you're conscious, then birds would be interesting.
Maybe that's why bird shits on humans. Maybe they know.
Right. Deacon, what would you be?
I haven't really thought about it.
Well, you think about it now.
Yeah. It's not.
It takes me a while to think. So
We have noticed in some of these episodes.
Why don't you reincarnate into an animal that has a higher brain function?
Reincarnate into a dolphin or something.
I think dolphins are the most intelligent things, I think.
Yeah, they are. Not as intelligent as humans, but yeah, they are the second most. They also have concept of languages and stuff like that. But
they're a better way of talking to people.
yeah,
Or talking to each other at least.
and I'm pretty sure they got a pretty high libido, so you know, you good out there for the female dolphins. Suppose another creature could be a rat, because as a rat, their brains function very similar to humans. So I guess, like as a rat, you wouldn't have to worry about how to control yourself. I guess. I don't know.
Why would you want to be a rat though? Oh, then, well, technically, it depends what kind of rat. Like, if we talk about like the actual like,
I don't mean like a
rats,
rat in a lab or anything like that.
and then she's talking about like the rapper 6ix9ine kind of rat.
I want to be a chef rat.
Oh, a rat in the kitchen. Greeny.
Granny. So we never really discuss films in that. Last month we kind of only stayed to TV and film, TV and game. So, what film you want to talk about? Given the fact you're seeing the least, most likely out of the three of us.
Yeah, it's probably best to start with you because then you got like somewhere to go.
Like what my favorite movie is?
Yeah,
Terminator 1.
that's a good choice actually.
I like that movie.
No offense, I'm surprised you've seen it though.
Oh, I'm offended now.
No, I don't mean like a whole.
Yeah.
There's no real reason why either, but it's like it's because it's an old film, so I just didn't think you would watch anything.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the second one back in the day, ages ago, and then I never seen the first one, and then I forgot what the second one. I knew like some scenes like "A la vista, baby," and all that stuff. So I watched the first one, and then I watched the second, third, fourth, fifth, and then Dark Fate. I started regretting it more and more as I went on.
Yeah.
But looking back, after watching Dark Fate, the third one isn't that bad.
I think, like most franchises, Terminator just has that bit where like they keep adding more to it, but every time they add something to it, it ruins the franchise ever so more. Like the first
That's what all.
Terminator 3 wasn't exactly the best film, but it made sense. And if they stopped there, I would have been happy. But then they kept adding more and more. You just kind of like,
Then like Terminator Genesis, it got all fucking weird.
yeah, because they basically just did a soft reboot for the whole entire thing.
And then you're just like, why do I care about these characters? I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, when they turn like one of the greatest characters into a villain, you're just kind of like, oh.
Oh, when John Connor's a fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, bruh.
Yeah, it's kind of just like, well, what's the point there? Like, they had the what's his name, Doctor Who guy in it.
Yeah, Matt Smith, he's the one that goes. He fucking pulls him off.
Yeah, is he even in Dark Fate? I haven't
Like,
seen. Dark Fate,
I
but-
don't think he is in it. But it's like, do you really think it would be that easy? And he goes, pulls
Yeah,
him off.
exactly.
And
That
he
was it.
comes back as a Terminator.
That was literally his greatest scene in Terminator. Was him kidnapping John Connor, and then at the very end, him turning from a little boy into him. And you just kind of like, oh yeah, it's him. They never mention Matt Smith ever again.
No,
What a
well,
waste of talent there.
True. Fucking what a waste of movie.
Exactly. Yeah, what a waste of talent everywhere there. To be fair.
Like it was tragic. And have you seen Dark Fate?
No, I haven't though.
Oh,
It's a
stay
good one, I know.
stay clear from that. You would want to kill yourself. And it feeds into why I don't like watching movies because you don't know
Yeah.
if they're going to be good or bad. And I watched it, and then I was like, "Well, I really hate the Terminator franchise now."
It really does. It's like have you seen Alien or any of the movies in the
I
franchise?
seen the first one.
Yeah. See, absolutely. I think Alien 1 and 2, again, never great movies.
I heard the third
new
one they
one's
fucked
like-
over the second one.
Yeah. Second one's good. The second one's a completely different genre, in my opinion, though. Because the first one's like a horror, whereas the second one's more like an action. Ironically, directed by the same guy that did the Terminators,
Yeah,
James Cameron.
James Cameron. That's it.
Yeah, but like the newer ones, Ridley Scott tried to make like an origin story to all, and it just gets out of control. And you're sitting there thinking, these people, I get what they're trying to go with, but they really should just move on from the project.
I mean,
It's why I'm not looking forward to any new Marvel film. I think Marvel's hit its peak, and now every film afterwards is just going to be a sad retemp to it. It's just going to slowly go off the franchise overall.
the thing with Terminator, it's probably the only franchise I can comment on. It's
Mm.
like the first two obviously was made in like the first one was 1983, and then it was 1989 or 1990 something.
Ooh.
And like
Okay.
everything was like practical, like everything's like not CG and stuff. You're like, well, this is a fucking sick movie. Everything's great. And then as the movies carried on with using like CG and stuff, it looks more and more fake. Like if I was to watch the first one, I'll go, yeah, this is made recently. This looks sick. And then now if I watch Dark Fate, I'm like, this is hard trash. This is way too much CG. It's to the point where it literally looks like half the movie is just like most of the movie is just like the actual actors standing there, and the rest of it's just a fucking green screen backdrop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember too. I watched it a year or so ago, or rewatch it. It actually is really good CG, given the time it was. Actually, to be fair, I
Oh
agree with.
yeah, like the T1000. Like obviously
Yeah.
the CG back in the day was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then every like action scene, like I found out the other day that helicopter chase scene at the end, that was
Yeah.
all like practical, and then going under the bridge, that was also practical. Like they didn't
Pretty
like
cool.
they didn't fake that. And then when you watch like the newer ones, you just know it's fake because you're like, oh yeah, because this is real, and it kind of pulls you out the immersion.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess what's your guys' favorite movies?
Deacon, do you want to start, or is this going to take you a while to think? Are you still thinking
No,
about the anime?
I have movies. I was just thinking about I recently watched a video about like Looney Tunes, like an actual film.
How random.
It was a random video. It was about a guy.
What Space Jam?
No, not Space Jam. Something else. You know they tried to do like a live action to people, sort of like Muppets did. But basically, one guy would be in a scene by himself talking to people, like pretending to talk to the animated people. And after a while, he just got so paranoid that he started seeing them out of set.
This sounds like a dark version to Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
So, yeah, he's like after he'd done filming and that, he couldn't feel like act for like years or like a year or two because he was still seeing them. So I was on about that kind of like fake kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he's pretending to see it that vividly that
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's the problem with animation. You kind of all blended sort of filmmaking.
sort of like oh, I forget what the film's called, but it's like a raft and a tiger. Do you know what?
Oh, Life of Pi.
Yeah, and when he's stroking the actual tiger, he's just stroking.
Yeah.
The tiger wasn't real; he was just stroking a teddy bear on set.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it looks real, it's fine, I guess. But like the one thing that's like blatant CG or something. I'm trying to think of an example.
Oh, the newest one actually. I think it's called like Day of the Dead or something on Netflix.
How is that related to Life of Pi?
The the helicopter, the helicopter pilot was put in afterwards in CGI. So the actors that got in the helicopter with her didn't actually see her on set at all.
Maybe she had camouflage on.
I don't think, and I know this is like targeted towards like stars and that, but I don't think we should ever CGI people. It's just wrong. Disney's always felt guilty of this. Like from Tron to Star Wars and Marvel, they always CGI people to have them have young faces and that. It just looks a bit too uncanny.
They did that in the from like as the Terminator series went on, obviously because Arnold is getting older.
Yeah.
They CG him in like I remember like Salvation when he comes off the assembly line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so obvious it's not him, and yeah, this is fucking stupid.
I mean, yeah, like with Terminator, at least it's only for a few seconds, but it's still a bit like uncomfortable, isn't it? Because your brain knows it's fake,
Yeah.
so you can't quite make sense of it, really. But
I haven't really seen any Disney movies when they've all been CG'd.
no, not all being CG, but like just like a person or so, like for example, with Star Wars. Obviously, it's not entirely their fault. It's because Carrie Fisher died before they finished making it. But like she being CG throughout like a lot of the newer Star Wars movies, and the whole thing just feels like uncomfortable. And with Rogue One, they do a young face of her, and they do the old general guy. It's like, do you really need him, or can you just get an actor that looks like him? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
yeah. it just feels uncomfortable watching that sort of stuff. Like, okay, if you're doing it for a scene, maybe it's passable, like with Terminator, because you can't really get someone that looks like Arnold. You might as well just get Arnold. But it, like, if you're gonna do a whole film, get an actor that looks like that person. Don't bother trying to do CG. In my opinion, it just looks a bit too uncomfortable. That's the only time that's where I would draw a line with CG, because I like things like Avatar, which is completely CGI. So I don't.
They did that with Will Smith's latest movie. He had to play like both.
Gemini.
Yeah, we had to like have a younger self of himself.
This
This is what I mean, by the way. That the CGI is straight in.
The street what? So that's not a real bloke.
That's real,
Okay.
but like when they're walking together, like here,
He's not actually with them.
she's not there.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Was he busy on another project? What?
It's just weird that that happened.
Yeah, that is
The
a
funny
bit
thing
weird.
is, he was actually just a random actor. He's just a background character. So I'm never good at picking one favorite film, because I do love films so much so that I think every now and then I change my choices.
I probably have like a top 10, but
Yeah,
Future always goes.
I'm closer with a top 10 than actual one, but the main one I do always love most of the time is just straight up. I don't know. We probably mentioned it before we started this call, but was Alien.
No, you mentioned it during the call.
I don't know. No.
You literally mentioned it like I don't know, 10 minutes ago when you saying about when I said about Terminator and you said about Alien.
I counted
So-
a half. So I already got memory impairments.
I mean, that's a good choice, I guess. I do remember Alien. I remember the iconic scene of him being like feeling sick on the table, and then they fucking lay him down, and then the alien comes out his chest.
No,
And then-
I agree with you. It is the ultimate iconic scene in my opinion. Like, because like, honestly, I don't know if you knew this, but like, honestly, the
I
actors,
didn't know that.
the actors in the scene didn't actually know that was what was going to happen. So when Alien actually burst out of this scene, that was all just that was actually their real surprise.
And you find out the actual actor getting the alien ripped through didn't actually know that was happening either. He was like, "What the fuck's coming out of my chest?"
He's like, "Whoa, the practical effects."
It actually wasn't part of the movie. It was just a really aggressive tapeworm, and then Cameron was like, "Carry on rolling. This is good shit."
Yeah. It's actually just someone reincarnated to a tape run. Decides I'm gonna take
So-
a.
It's like, "Hey, Bobby, rename the movie. It's not called Adventures in Space anymore. It's Alien."
See, true story. You could have watched the documentary, Alex.
So, what's your second favorite movie?
That's a good choice. I said I don't know if you have an answer.
Deacon,
But,
what's your favorite second movie?
I've actually gone blank for some reason. I usually have it on hand. I just don't
none
know.
of them are my favourite, by the way, but I'm just going to throw them out there because.
Okay, by the way, excluding franchises, because obviously mine would probably be Terminator 2, but then that's just like a bit of a cop out.
That's true. None of them are my favourite, by the way, but I'm just going to throw them out there because me and my dad are watching them recently, and they are so fun. Like, if I was drunk, they're sort of like a drunk or sick film sort of thing.
Was
Fast and Furious. You can't anyone.
never watched a single one.
They honestly watch them in the sense that they're not great movies, but they're fun. They're fun movies. I think there's definitely an important difference between the two because you can't. There's something that you can't be bored of, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Like, even if you don't understand cars, if you don't understand the cars, probably watch the later ones because they're a bit too racing heavy in the first 3 or 4. But they are just essentially just action in a car, and they do all wacky stuff, and I love it. But yeah, like I said, they're not my favorite films. performances.
I was just thinking like ones you could like replay, and then the funnier like is the scary movies, and then like the ones that go with it, like the superhero movies, and that whole category. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know, I can find.
I think my favorite second movie would be Get Out. A really like that movie. You can watch it the
Yeah.
first time and you go like, this is sick, and then watch it a second time and go, oh, look at all this foreshadow. And I think that's what really makes a good movie.
Again, I'm really surprised that you even seen that.
I think because it's a good movie.
Yeah,
never watched it,
I agree
actually.
with you.
You know what?
It's,
I've got a
it was
fun game then.
Phil's first film as well. He's really talented, in my opinion.
Since you guys are fucking movie experts, you can spitball all the movies you've watched. I'll tell you if I've seen them or not.
I gave up with that game. You just like so disappointing.
Given that I did a film studies, I feel like I just feel so many that not even the regular.
No, just say the title, and then I'll say if I've seen it or not.
Actually, I've got a list of films. So I'll try and list some of the films that I've seen in my list.
Warning, I probably haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Unless it's Doctor Who.
Yeah. Actually, I never seen the Doctor Who movie. It was like a Doctor Who movie, wasn't there?
Which
With,
one?
Which movie?
With the Seventh Doctor.
Okay, I didn't watch that either.
It's the Seventh. The one.
Oh well,
The one before they do the Next Generation one, or that sort of thing.
that could be anything.
What do you mean that? It was right before they did it was when when the show.
Oh, are you
for, like-
talking about the eighth Doctor movie, the one that flopped and then they cancelled
Yeah.
the show?
The one
Oh,
was,
yeah.
that was like in America or the one.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, but I can't remember it was that bad. I think you were talking
Yeah,
about Day of the
hey.
Doctor for some reason, because that's classed as a movie.
That's not really a movie though, is it?
No, but it was in the cinema. They're classed as a movie.
No,
It was
sure.
long enough.
It
They had
was
like
like
2 parts.
It was like
didn't
an
it?
hour special, but I suppose you're right. It is like a film. Okay, I'll skip some of these because I don't think you've seen Rough Night.
Nope.
Chinatown.
Nope.
A good film. He essentially tries to solve the crime.
Okay.
Yes.
Little Woman.
No.
I'm referring more to the newest one done by. I like her, but I can't remember her name yet.
Let's see.
Sacha Ronan, Emma Watson, all that sort of actors, but I can't remember the director yet.
Oh,
If you give me the initials, I probably would know it.
I don't know.
AD. Me.
You are the best AD in the world, Alex.
That's it. I'm the only AD in the world. Apart from other Alex, but he don't count.
So that's his
or my
initials.
dad.
No, we don't care about him either.
Wow.
No, we don't. He's a legend. It's iconic.
All right, while we're waiting on Deacon, what about
What are you waiting for me for?
Marriage Story?
You were about Little Women, weren't you?
Yeah,
Wait, what movie did you say? I didn't hear you.
Marriage Story.
Nope, never heard of it.
Never heard
Marriage
of
Story. You just like picking up like. You just like a chick flick. You are.
Is he
It's
even a
not a
movie?
chick flick. It's about breakup, not a marriage.
Breaker. That's
Every,
snooze as fuck.
every
Okay,
chick flick's a
okay.
breakup or a fix up.
Okay. Okay, Birdman.
Birdman?
Yeah.
No.
It's with what's his name? The one that played Batman a long time ago.
I've never watched Batman, so I don't know.
Oh, you.
These are like the
Any
weirdest
of the
films
Bourne
ever.
Identity series.
Bourne Identity?
Yeah.
Is that the Jason Bourne guy?
Yeah.
I've only seen that clip. I've gone, oh my god, it's Jason Bourne. I haven't watched the movies.
It's a great franchise. It's not, but
I've
it's
watched
what
a
makes
few of them,
it's what
but-
makes modern day action, in my opinion.
Didn't they like change the actor halfway through? Was it
Yeah,
something
no,
else?
in one of the films, because like the main actor was, I'm really bad with names. I wish I could be better, but they replaced him with Jeremy Renner or something.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, yeah. they replaced him with Jeremy Renner. I'm guessing Matt Damon was like busy for that time. I guess I don't know with one of the movies, but then they bring Matt Damon back in the next movie because they realised it kind of didn't. It kind of flopped. Basic Instinct
Nope, I never heard of it.
is basic porn. Collateral.
Oh, that's one of the.
Nope.
Oh,
You've
okay.
definitely seen Basic Instinct meme, the one
Yeah,
with Stone
it's-
swapping her legs.
Chair meme. I did that in the Muppets film.
Nah, I don't think I've seen it. I'd never even watched Muppets.
It's like a. I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't a Muppet. It's official. It's just like a cop Muppet. Side off. Basically, the first Muppet to become a cop.
Yeah.
That's what the film was about.
Oh, wait, what were we talking about again? Sorry? What?
You're going down your list, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Nope, never heard of it.
That is an artsy film. In my opinion, that is the best romance movie ever.
Yeah, Deacon's right. You do like all this fucking gay romance stuff.
You know, I've watched is the time travel one.
It's Pride Month.
I bet you've watched like Titanic on repeat.
I actually haven't watched Titanic at all.
Oh yeah, look at this guy moaning at me for not seeing a single movie, but he hasn't seen Titanic. Don't worry, not allowed.
Have you seen any of the Jurassic Park movies? We're just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with classics now.
I remember I have watched one, but I don't know which one it is.
Don't say the one with the dinosaur.
Explain it.
It was the. I just remember this one scene because it kind of scared me when I was a kid. It might not even be Jurassic Park. I just remember there's a guy in a car in like a forest or something, and this fucking weird bird dinosaur approaches him, and it's like things open up and then spits like purple goo at him, and he starts screaming.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's a great one. That's the first one. But yeah, that was a great scene.
That's the only one I've watched, and that's the only scene I remember.
You probably recognize the computer virus that he did.
You forgot the magic code.
Nah, I don't remember that.
The only romantic one I'd watch recently was About Time.
My girlfriend's watched that. See, you say I like chick flick. What about that one? About Time is a complete.
It's time
chick
travel,
flick.
so I just let it pass. It was like
It's
Wait,
with
wouldn't you
it's
say
with
Back to the
guy
Future is a
that
chick
plays
flick?
General Hutz in Star Wars, isn't it? The ginger guy.
I don't think Getting with Your Mum is a chick flick.
What?
But it's still romance. Your favorite movie is a chick flick, Deacon. Accept it.
What other Hollywood classic is there? Have you seen
Oh.
any of the Marvel films? I'm not calling them classics, but have you seen any of the Marvel films?
I've seen the first 3 Spider-Man, which technically was not Marvel at the time. If it is Marvel. No, it wasn't part of the universe Marvel, because then they added it out later on, didn't they?
Yeah, it was part of Sony, I think. They
I've
owned
watched
it
Hulk 3.
until they sold it. briefly.
Hulk 3. There isn't Hulk 3.
Well, I think it was Hulk 3. I just remember. Oh, I'll explain it for you then.
Yes, Hulk 3.
It's
It
Hulk
was
3 because I've watched
Hulk.
it like so many times.
It's when that guy tries to turn himself into Hulk.
Yeah.
That's Hulk 2. That's the Incredible Hulk.
Well, fucking that one then. I've seen. What have I seen? I've seen Endgame and Infinity War.
You seen Endgame and then Infinity War before watching any of the movies that set up those movies.
Yeah.
That's... My lord.
I haven't watched the newest ones, like other the Weird Woman.
Weird one.
I know the one with
It's
Vision.
funny.
Yeah, the Vision Woman. I didn't watch that. That was kind of boring.
Wonder Vision or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I did watch that.
I
haven't
watched
watched
that.
either.
I thought it was good.
But Loki's pretty good.
I
I watched
think
first episode of that. That's pretty good.
Top of my head, that's all the Marvel films I've seen.
There's like a spoiler in it. He's like he's apparently JB
Oh.
Cooper.
I seen Spider-Verse as well. That was good.
Great one. Yeah.
Have
And
you heard the
everyone's
story?
crying over the fact they're potentially going to do that for live action Spider-Man.
Nope, never seen that.
Have you heard of the story of JB Cooper
Jamie
Yeah.
or DB Cooper,
Yeah, I've
where
heard
he
of
jumps
DB
out of
Cooper.
a plane and disappears?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing it in the Marvel story that it was Loki, that he just got into a gate and flew off.
Fair
You know,
play.
like how Thor does it when he teleports back to his home.
No, I don't know how he does that, but
Basically, it's like a
Before.
gate rift that's being controlled on his planet.
you are right, Aiden. I watched Infinity War, then Endgame, and then some of the setup and references they were doing. I was kind of like, what the fuck?
But
Like
yeah,
like when
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Thor returns to Asgard, I think it's called.
Yeah.
With his mum and sister. I take it his mum died or something. I don't know because he was very
Yeah.
sad. Sora.
It's kind of a spoiler because most people have seen it at this point. But yeah, definitely.
When
Uh,
Iron Man cried, when Iron Man died, everyone was crying. I was just sitting there like, okay, cool, he's dead now, great.
You cry about Spider-Man.
Well, when he died,
Yeah, in the Infinity War.
I didn't give a fuck. It's Tom Holland. I don't care about Spider Man.
See, everyone don't like Tom Holland
I mean,
because
you,
of
you
Tobey
didn't
Maguire,
cry
but
when
in
he
my
died, but
opinion,
you kind of like had a tear for when they hugged when they were back.
yeah, in my opinion, I think Tom Holland is actually better than Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I just think the movies of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's are better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think Tom Holland is just too cringy. I just don't like it. What can I say?
More cringy than.
Pen pineapple, apple pen.
But what other Hollywood classic have you seen? Have you seen Starship Troopers?
No, never heard of that.
Oh dear, terrible.
I've never heard of it.
You should watch it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. The first one is really good. Paul Verhoeven, I can't pronounce his name apparently.
They started
Um,
animating after the first one, didn't they?
Yeah, I never seen.
Obviously, the aliens were animated the whole time. It's just they weren't fully.
Yeah.
But
what else is there? Classic Hollywood. Classic Hollywood. Have you ever seen any of the Die Hard movies?
Nope.
No. Have you seen Plane, Trains, and Automobiles?
Nope.
Trying to find stuff that you probably like. I don't know. You caught me off guard with Get Out. Have you seen anything else? I guess in that sort of horror, psychological horror genre, race issue movies.
Let me go my Netflix and I'll just fucking list some of the things I've
So
watched on there.
honestly, if anyone asked me, I would have said no that you had Netflix.
what about Green Mile?
Nope, never heard of it.
Dear.
But horror movies, I've seen the first 3 Insidiouses. I've seen Get Out. I've seen trying to remember. I've seen the first 2 Annabelles. I've seen The Conjuring. I've seen The Nun. Watched The Boy.
In my opinion, no disrespect to those movies, but you've seen all the crap movies. Like,
Yeah, they
in
were
my
bad.
opinion-
I stopped watching them halfway.
In my opinion, some of those horrors they scare me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not brave, but like they're not exactly good storylines. They're there to try and get you a quick scare factor. I prefer like psychological horrors like Get Out, which actually tells a better story rather than just trying to make you jump.
Would you class The Platform as a horror movie?
I have not seen the platform yet. That looks really good on Netflix.
I quite like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my Netflix now. Let's see. Where am I looking?
What about the Indiana Jones or the old
No.
ones?
I've seen the Crystal Skull. I think.
How they that's
I
that's
think
like saying have you
That's the
seen Star
last
Wars
one.
like seen Phantom Menace.
I think. Wait, I just remember this scene. It could be. It might not be. I've seen the Crystal Skull. I know that. There's also a scene where they're fighting, And then like he gets pushed off a ladder, and he falls into like a big giant ravine.
Oh, that's 2. You
Okay,
mean when he gets eaten by crocodiles?
Yeah, I've seen that one,
Yeah,
and then
that's Temple Doom.
yeah, okay, I've seen that one and the Crystal Skull. Okay, watch again. Okay, I've seen. Should I just list all the movies I've got on my little watch again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen. Okay, wait. Some of them are TV series. Whatever. So I've seen
Yeah, just make sure.
Uncle, Black Mirror. I really like Black Mirror. Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, Scott Pilgrim, which is my third favorite movie.
Hell yeah.
I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim,
Uh,
to be fair.
I've
So
seen.
we're leaving.
I've seen Your Name, 8 Mile, Look Away. That's another horror movie. Terminator, all the Terminators because they're on here as well. Shaun
They're
of the
all
Dead, Afterlife, Ted Bundy tapes, which is a documentary.
seen
Brooklyn
that.
Nine-Nine, Breaking Bad.
Alright.
I tried Bad Education. That's pretty shit. I didn't like that. The first 2 Babysitters. The first 2 Can You See Me Now? SpongeBob because it's on here as well. Hush. I really like Hush. That's a really good horror movie. I think that's very underrated.
Hush.
I really
I
like
haven't seen
Hush.
that. The SpongeBob movies are quite fun.
Flatliners.
Babysitter. They're making a 3rd Babysitter movie.
Oh wait, I seen the Incredible Hulk's on here as well. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's called the Incredible Hulk, but I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd Hulk movie.
It's not the 3rd. There's only 2. You can't really make a Hulk movie, in my opinion. They only made 2, and they got bored after the 2nd one.
Well, they bring a different actor, didn't they, for one of them?
They had a different actor for both of the movies, and then they got Mark Ruffalo for the rest. Because they had Edward Norton for the 2nd one, didn't they? Or what you guys keep referring to as the 3rd one. I don't really know who. I can't remember who they had for the 1st one. But I mean, if you think about it, the Hulk is too much of a depressing film, and Marvel is like, oh yeah, we'll make quick jokes on that. You can't really make it about a guy that got infected by radiation poisoning and became a monster.
Interesting, I guess. So let's reply to a message. What was I gonna say?
So
No,
that's
I'm just not a massive
that's all
movie
you've
fan.
seen.
I think so. I've probably seen more. They're not on my Netflix list.
Yeah. Damn. Not bad. We. What I'm gonna probably do is the next time we see each other, I'm gonna take you home, and we'll watch film.
Sure, I just have a really bad attention span. But if I was probably with like friends in person, maybe. Like I've watched I'll give you an example on how bad my attention span is for movies. I watched Venom in cinema. It got so boring I walked out and then went into another room to watch another
In
movie.
your defense, Venom's not exactly a great movie.
But
Was the other film better?
I can't remember what it was fucking. I think it was Halloween I went in to watch, and that was fucking sick.
Oh, the new one, 2018 or what it
2018
was.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the same year Venom also came out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Actually, if I'm being honest, I've never seen any of the Halloween movies, and yet I know almost all of them.
I've
Like I
watched
know the
the
plot
originals.
from crap, like
I know.
online.
It was in the Odeon. I walked out and then I went to the desk. I was like, "What other movies you got going on?" They're like, "Well, we got this one that's about to start." And I was like, "What is it?" It's Halloween. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do." Walked in there as well.
Alright, so if you go cinema, obviously, I know that sounds a bit far fetched, a bit alien to us in this post-COVID world. But if you go cinema, where do you go?
Odeon.
Oh, you go Odeon. Oh.
Okay, let me.
You just get a normal cinema thing. You don't go like 4DX or a
Who?
nice fancy. No, as in like the cinema 4DX. You know when it's all in 4D and
Never heard
it's
of it.
sound everywhere. That sort of stuff. Or you don't go View because it's cheap.
No, I just go Odeon because it's closer and convenient. But Cineworld exists now.
Yes, we all need to go to cinema.
I actually want to go to the
Yeah.
cinema again. I quite like just watching something on a big screen.
It's open right now in UK. There's
People say it's a waste
nothing
of money,
good at the
but I
moment.
disagree.
Yeah.
You pay for the
What?
experience, not the movie. Like when I go, when I said to like a coworker, going, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to go to the cinema again." They go, "What's the point? They're overpriced. You can just watch it at home." I'm like, yeah, you can, but going to the cinema with a group of mates and then talk about it after.
I agree. I agree with the experience part, but I do think the quality of the movie needs to be good as well. If you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
like the like, if you're not at least excited about the film going in, then it's not really the
Well,
point of the price.
I
If
guess
that
it's
makes sense.
I guess it's different for me because do you watch trailers?
I love the trailers. Yeah.
I don't watch trailers at all. If someone tells me a spoiler, I'll block them. I hate spoilers. I hate knowing things before. I like to go kind of like the main reason why my dad likes reading books over the movies because he likes to imagine it for himself, kind of thing, and then have your expectations and then see what the movie's like. And I just hate spoilers because the way I explain it to everyone. Imagine you watch a movie trailer and there's a scene of two people in a plane, like doing whatever, and then you watch the movie and one of the people from the scene gets like kidnapped or something.
Yeah.
Because you know they're in that plane scene later, you know they're not dead. So when there's that looming thought going, we don't know if she's alive, she could be dead for all we know. You know as a viewer that she isn't dead. So all the tension is kind of like non-existent.
I agree, and this is why I don't like certain genres, like horror, for example. They suck at making trailers
Yeah,
because if
because you
you
see all the
show
jump
a horror,
scares.
someone getting killed, you know that person's going to die. I agree with your logic there. However, I do think trailer, in my opinion, trailer, if done correctly, that is an art form in itself.
It's like a good
I love,
example would
honestly,
be
I love trailers. I do
the
sometimes watch a film blind, but I do love trailers. I do think that if a trailer is done correctly, it
and
could
I
be
agree with that.
something. It could be a movie of itself.
It's like have you all seen the last Star Wars movie, The Rise of Skywalker? If you watch the
Yeah,
trailer for that movie, you don't need to watch the movie
no, I agree.
because everything you want to know is in the trailer.
Yeah, but
This
like,
example as well would be the
Even
Army of the Dead.
never.
There's a point in the film where like, oh, the plane's broke, it's not gonna get fixed. But then if you've seen the trailer, you've like seen this bit. If I could show you like a slight spoiler.
Well, Deacon,
spoilers,
spoilers, right?
What
It's
the
like
hell?
So if
It's
you've
like
seen the trailer, you've already seen this bit. You ready?
yeah, I'm looking. Oh, the helicopter flying.
See? You've already seen that the helicopter's going already.
Yeah,
And that's why I
that's
just don't like
probably.
trailers. Like I don't know. It's like Doctor Who next time trailers. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah.
I would avoid them at all costs.
When they gave away, do you guys remember Peter Capaldi's last ever season? And
Yeah,
it
I know exactly what you're
John
gonna say.
Sims?
The John Sim
Yeah.
master reveal. If
I
you
know,
watch
I
that
know the
trailer,
reason
you
behind it
ruined.
was apparently it was already rumored that he was coming back, so they kind of just did it anyway. I know that's the reason, but I'm still annoyed that they spoiled that
Yeah,
because
because
straight away when
watch the
you go
movie,
into
you can
that
tell.
episode,
You can just
yeah,
tell.
you know which one's John Sims, and yet if you never, I'm not saying he was like the most disguised guy, but if you didn't know he was going to be in that episode, I think that twist would have been a little bit more feeling like a little bit more of an actual proper twist.
Luckily for me, since I avoided I avoid all spoilers, everything. I didn't know it was John Sim until I kind of go, oh wait, this guy kind of looks like John Sim a little bit, just a little
Yeah.
tad, and then he did the reveal, and I'm like, aha, sick, it's John Sim, and then I watched the trailer and I go, why would they fucking reveal that? What
Yeah.
are you trolling? Or like the um the David Tennant one when he his last episode with the Daleks and stuff. If you watch the next time trailer, they tell you it's the Daleks. But like throughout the episode, you don't know until they say exterminate, and you're like, oh my god, it's the Daleks! Whoa! But then if you watch it next time, then you're like, oh okay, just show me the Daleks already.
It's like, yeah, I do get what you mean. I think trailers have to be done correctly though, and this is where it gets hard in some areas because like you can only show so much trailer without being like exploitative. But I do think it is possible. Like Prometheus, for example, the film awful, but the trailer is absolutely badass. I sometimes watch the trailer just because it's better than the film, and yet it still gives nothing away from the film. You, in my opinion, you can watch the film now, and you still be like, well, "What's the plot?" It doesn't really say anything. And I think that's where a trailer goes right.
I mean, and I agree with that. I think I just avoid trailers at all costs just for that reason. You don't know if they're gonna be good or not.
Yeah,
But oh, what's I gonna say though?
true.
It's like the new Rick and Morty trailers came out, but I haven't watched it, and I don't plan on watching it
No,
because
I'm not watching that.
they just reveal too much, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And another thing that pisses me off about trailers and movies in general. So like, say there's like a scene or something, or like a bad guy or something, and then you watch the movie, and then all the actors in it are like completely oblivious to the threat. But as a third person viewer, you know what the villain is. So say if
Yeah,
it's like a person they're working with right now, you're kind of like frustrated that they don't see it, kind of thing, when you're aware of it. And I know
yeah,
it's like a hindsight kind of thing. Like, say if you didn't know, then you'd be like, whoa, and then the reveal will be really good. But then
yeah,
because the trailer gave it away, you just don't care, kind of thing. And that's just
yeah.
how I feel about it.
So if we go to cinema, you're gonna avoid the trailers. You will go later than normal.
What do you mean later than normal?
Well, when the has a start date, it's not actually going to start at that time, isn't it? It's going
Yeah,
to
there's like 10
have
minutes of
like
trailers and stuff.
Oh yeah, I watched trailers in there because you're kind of paying for the fucking whole movie experience, I guess.
yeah.
Like
So
I
that's
watched
what I
those
love
kind of
about
trailers.
cinema, is sitting there with the trailers at the beginning of the film. I love that.
Yeah, I like watching the trailers like in the cinema because
Yeah,
then I think movie cinemas trailers they do it right. I think, in my opinion.
yeah,
Like as weird as it sounds, I know it sounds very contradictory, but when I watched like Venom and Halloween, the trailers I remember seeing, they were shit. They weren't like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking watch this movie, but like there was enough of it to make me go, oh, that's all right, I guess. Unlike I don't know, trying to think of a notoriously bad trailer, the last Star Wars trailer.
mm.
If I watched that in cinema, oh, I don't know. I think I might have had my blood boiling.
God. I rather know. Were you on your own when you watched
Halloween.
Venom?
I want to watch Venom. No, I was with my girlfriend at the time.
So you went to your girlfriend. This is completely unrelated, but you went to your girlfriend when this movie sucks. Can we go and watch? Can we go and watch something
So,
else?
so
Or do
the
you,
idea was because I'm not a massive Marvel fan, and I was in a little dorm room, whatever they're
sorry.
called. I was just sitting there, and then she was like, "Oh, you want to go to the movie?" I was like, "Yeah, I like movies, I guess." She goes, "Oh yeah, I know your attention span's really bad. What movies do you like?" I'm like, I don't know, any really, as long as they're not boring." And then she was like, "Oh, can we watch Venom because it's got Tom Hardy in it, and I really like Tom Hardy." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess we can watch it if you want." And then I was watching it. Was that I don't know what scene it was when I walked out. I'm trying to think what it was. It was like
I think it was
it was, it was
what-
like I think like in the middle when he was getting infected or something. I was like, "Where's Venom at?" I'm like, "Come on!" And then I was sitting there, and I'm like, my leg starts like bouncing a bit because I'm trying to like keep myself occupied. I'm on my phone, and then I'm looking up. I'm like, "Oh my god, this fucking sucks." And then I turn to him like, you enjoying this? She goes, oh, apart from Tom Hardy, it's not really that good. And I'm like, fucking. I was like, can we bolt then? This is fucking closed. And then she's like, yeah, let's go. And then we dipped, and then we went to go watch Halloween instead, which was fucking miles better.
That says a lot about the film Halloween, which is basically from. I've never seen it, but I'm assuming it's going to be basically the same as any other Halloween movie, apart from the fact that it's a soft reboot and a hard reboot in one movie.
Yeah, it takes place like like 30 years or something after the first movie,
Yeah.
and then he obviously escapes and starts killing again.
Oh, Christ. Anyway, I think overall we've been going on for about an hour and a half, so I think that's a perfect place to stop. We only talked about films and sports slash not sports, but I really enjoy that.
Bit of midlife crisis as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
whenever
Thank
the
you.
next barbecue meetup thing is, get a list of movies and you can force me to watch them if you want.
It sounds good.
Sounds
It's
like a
we
good
can we
idea.
can have a cool video of your reaction to watching these films.
Well, I haven't watched like. Okay, this might actually make you die inside. It might make everyone die inside. I've never seen Pulp Fiction, and everyone kills me for it. And I've never seen Matrix either, and everyone hates me for it.
Well, Matrix, you
Matrix.
can probably skip.
Yeah. I'm not. It's a great film. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think Matrix is like one of those you must see before you die sort of film. It's just, but Pulp Fiction you definitely need to watch. It's just, I feel like you would like Pulp Fiction as well. Of all
I probably
people,
will like. Probably will like it. But you said I've watched Get Out, and you said that was fucking surprising. I don't see how
yeah.
it's surprising. It's a good movie. Like, why wouldn't you watch it?
I think it's not. I don't really know what kind of film you would like. It's just when you turn around and go, I like a psychological race issue horror. That kind of surprised me. I would think you like, of all films, I think you like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I feel like you would like more like light-hearted comedy or action films rather than something a bit more deep than Get Out, if that makes sense.
I watch comedy movies, so some of them are just not funny. Some of it's like cringy funny.
Yeah, that's true. Comedy movies are the worst as they've failed.
Like I've seen Central Intelligence, that was good. And I've seen the one when Kevin Hart prepares that guy for prison when he's never been.
Oh, Get Hard, yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
that, but I can't actually remember what happens in that, other than the fact that it's Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell being Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. But
But I like psychology overall. There's like a channel I'm obsessed with that does psychology. And Get
I
Out
can
is
I'll
just
get you a list of films then. I'll see what films I can dig out. We'll watch
I remember Drew hating me for not seeing Alien versus Predator, but seeing the second one.
Yeah, Alien vs Predators. The games are great. The films suck. I don't know why Drew was a bit.
And I think because he likes it.
Did you
Yeah.
watch the Joker?
Which one? The new one?
Yeah.
I got to I started watching it, but I just stopped watching it. I just got bored.
Uh,
I don't even know how to describe the Joker. What genre would you say that other than superhero?
but
Um,
you just start with like someone who's like
I guess
slowly
it's
destroys
drama.
himself, do you? I don't know. Mental more than anything, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How someone could break
I stopped
down.
watching when he was on the bus laughing to himself. I was like, I want Joker. Where is Joker? And then I stopped watching.
He stops at the bus.
Unrelated. If you ever seen the Joker and you like it, watch something like You Were Never Really Here. It's played by the same guy. Really good.
Never heard of it.
Really.
But I haven't watched any Joker movies prior to watching that Joker.
Well, there's not really a Joker movie, really. Like, I'm assuming you refer more to Batman and that, but yeah. Like, I think that's the only film that solely has the Joker. But yeah. Like, you never seen Dark Knight then? Is that
Nope.
what you mean? You need to watch Dark Knight.
Never. I hear everyone goes on about Keith Ledger Joker. Never even watched Keith Ledger Joker. Obviously, he's dead now, but
Honestly, is perhaps his star role. He was
like
born
the
Joker.
amount of movies you two watch, like you're probably in like the fucking triple digits in terms of how much movies you watch. Deacon probably in 4 digits. Who knows? I'm probably in like double digits. Like,
Oh, that's sad.
and probably under 50. Just don't watch movies, man.
That makes me cry.
It makes me kind of cry as well because when someone makes a movie reference, it goes over my head. And they're like, "How the fuck you never seen this movie?" I'm like, "Do you know how long movies are? Do you know how long of your life you're taking away?" Kind of thing. Like I could be doing something else.
Mate,
Yeah, I could have
I don't
easily
care what you
pursued
say,
more
I'm
judo.
taking that
Or
life away. We're watching Pulp Fiction. Anyway, before we drag this out a bit too long, we'll
wait,
end this
that's actually a
tonight.
good question actually. Before we leave, if you could trade in the time you spent doing something, would you use it for something else, or would you just keep that time?
I'll
It
trade it
depends.
for
Like,
So like for Alex, the amount of time you played on League, and then for us, probably just watching films.
yeah.
well, I enjoy my time playing League. Though that's the
Yeah,
thing. But
if you
I don't
enjoy
know.
it, you just keep it, wouldn't you? But if you had
I
something
guess
else,
if I was to say, maybe amount of time I spent indoors over my life to maybe trading it for going outdoors more. I do regret not going out and dipping on every event, but that's
mm,
why we're turning a new leaf. Not the camouflage though; it's a different kind of leaf. Right, it's a good question. What about you two?
That's a good one. I do not think if I'm going specifically with film watching, I do not think film watching is for me it's a wasted time. So yeah, if I could go back and do it all again, I'll still do watch as many films and even more probably than I have already done. That's what I've got a film list. To be fair, I want to try and watch as many as I can get before I kick the bucket.
yeah, I think I'd probably trade in series for something else. But then some films I just
Yeah.
watch passively at the end of the day, so it's just
Yeah.
not much of a big of a deal.
Yeah,
So,
TV series. That's where I kind of join more with Alex's side of things. Like films, in my opinion, yes, they're long, but most of them are an hour and a half, and you're done. A TV series that could be 10 hours worth of content right there, depending how long the episode is and how many episodes in the season, and how many seasons and all that. I know, but TV series could be as long as
It's
hell, and
like,
I
you
don't
ever seen
fuck
Game
with
of
that.
Thrones?
No,
Really?
I'm never going to
yes,
watch Game of Thrones because I know
It's
it's going to be bad. It's the same reason with Lost. Lost, in my opinion, has great first season. I'm never going to watch any more than
yeah,
that.
it's
Though,
the main
'cause I know
reason
the
I don't
ending.
watch Game of Thrones. You know the 8th season's gonna be trash,
Yeah,
and it's the kind of reason I stay away from series a lot because you kind of get invested, and then it'll be a complete flop, and then you kind of feel like you got scammed.
yeah, I agree with you. Most series that I get through are often comedy series. Comedy, well, regardless of whether they're great or they're just alright, they're quite. You can watch it. You can put it on online. You can put it on the screen. They're playing away. You don't even need to fully pay attention to them.
So, the only series I watch that's comedy, I guess, would be Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's because the episodes are 20 minutes long, so it's ideal.
Exactly. Looking on a great example.
But I guess that will be the end of the podcast before we
Yeah.
stretch out too long.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you very much, Alex and Deacon, once again for your humble contribution to the series. As it wasn't for you two, it literally would just be me talking to the screen. So thank you very much. Thank you guys for watching, I guess. Most people probably haven't got this far, but if you have, leave a like. Say what your favourite bit. What's your favourite TV series or film? Or give a message on what film Alex should watch next. Anyway,
I guess
take
we'll
care.
see you later.
Yeah. End of recording.